You're on track to be a teenage billionaire. How much does Ryan get to keep of all this?
Oh, be careful, Ryan.
He was once the golden child of YouTube. A bright smile, a toy in hand, and a world of endless play.
Is it heavy?
No.
You got it?
I got it.
Can you carry it all the way to the car? Are you sure?
But behind the carefully staged joy of Ryan's world lurked something far less innocent.
Bye, don't forget to subscribe till later. Bye, and like this video, please subscribe. Bye.
Because what started as harmless toy unboxings spiraled into a billion-dollar empire. An empire critics say was built on blurred ads, greedy parents, and a childhood sold to the highest bidder. And as the cameras kept rolling, the cracks began to show. Viewers noticed the change, the tired eyes, the forced smile, the silence whenever his father cut him off mid-sentence.
You're on track to be a teenage billionaire. How much does Ryan get to keep of all this?
Oh, be careful, Ryan.
Some even whispered he looked more like a prisoner of the brand than its star. And then came the downfall, plummeting views, a failed movie, a purged TV show, and mounting calls for intervention.
3, 2, 1, go! Oh, 3, 2, 1, go! Ooh,
Oh, Ryan's doing some spinning tricks.
Once adored as the happiest kid online, Ryan became the face of something far darker, the dangerous cost of child stardom in the age of YouTube. This is the dark truth behind Ryan's world.
Hi, everybody. This is A, this is B, and this is C.
And why the internet is convinced his story is more tragic than anyone ever imagined. The first shadow fell in 2019. Consumer watchdogs accused Ryan's world of something that would haunt the channel forever, tricking children into watching ads disguised as play.
Choo-choo, 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 choo-choo. Enter the station.
Truth in Advertising, a nonprofit, filed a complaint to the FTC claiming that nearly 90% of Ryan's videos contained at least one paid product push aimed directly at preschoolers. One example stood out, a cheerful skit where Ryan drove through a pretend fast food chain. What looked like harmless play was actually a commercial for Hardee's Star Pals Kids Meals.
Yeah, I got a 4. 1, 2, 3, 4.
To adults, it was obvious. To toddlers, it was invisible. That was the horror of it. 3- and 4-year-olds couldn't tell the difference between fun and marketing. To them, Ryan wasn't selling, he was simply playing. And that meant every smile, every toy, every nugget of chicken was quietly rewiring how millions of children thought about buying.
Thank you so much, Spider-Man, for rescuing me.
You're welcome.
Parents began to feel betrayed. Many claimed the channel had normalized constant consumerism for toddlers who barely knew their ABCs.
3, 2, 1.
What once felt like innocent joy now looked like a never-ending infomercial, dressed up as childhood. And once that seed of doubt was planted, the empire's glow began to dim. Because if the audience believed Ryan's world wasn't just fun, but a business machine targeting their kids.
1, 2, 3.
I got nothing.
What else were the family hiding? For years, Ryan's world thrived because YouTube's algorithm loved it. Bright colors, toy unboxings, endless playlists, the perfect recipe to keep kids glued to screens.
Ooh. Whoa. Whoa. Wow.
But in 2021, everything changed. YouTube quietly rewrote the rules, and Ryan's empire suddenly looked like it had been built on sand. The platform introduced new quality principles for kids' content, cracking down on videos that were too commercial, too repetitive, or felt like nothing more than toy catalogs in motion. Entire categories of Ryan's videos, those centered around toy packaging, sponsored gimmicks, and heavy product pushes, were suddenly flagged as low quality. The algorithm stopped recommending them, and ad dollars began to shrink.
Oh yeah, it's a dinosaur now.
He says I'm a dinosaur. He said A danger dinosaur.
For the first time, Ryan's World was losing the very lifeline that had fueled its rise. Videos that once racked up tens of millions of views were now stalling out at a fraction of that. Fans noticed too, pointing out that Ryan's newer uploads didn't dominate the platform the way they once did.
So you will stick your hand in your backpack and you will have to guess what's inside. If you fail, you will be getting pranked.
And here's the sinister twist. The same formula that made Ryan a star, toys, toys, and more toys, was now the very thing being punished. YouTube itself had turned against him.
Oh my kids! These pets are really ugly.
The empire wasn't just under fire from watchdogs and angry parents. Now, the machine that made Ryan famous was quietly erasing him from the feed. If the algorithm's betrayal was silent, the next blow was painfully human. Viewers started noticing the way Ryan behaved in interviews, and what they saw disturbed them. He rarely spoke without glancing at his father first, as if waiting for permission.
Yeah, like 20, 30 crews. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Sit house. It was all kind of crumbled together, huh?
Yeah.
Moments where he did try to answer, his dad would sometimes cut him off mid-sentence. In one clip, fans swore they saw Ryan's lips tremble, his eyes watering, before forcing out the scripted line. To outsiders, it looked less like a child having fun and more like a child performing under orders.
Because that's when I have the most time. Because like other days I have school and then extracurricular activities.
His silence became louder than his words, and that silence fueled the darkest narrative of all. Ryan wasn't the star of Ryan's World. His parents were. Of course, the family denied this image, insisting filming takes less than an hour a week, with safeguards like teachers on set and trust funds set aside for the kids. But the damage was already done.
Do you know what's gonna happen after I pour this water in the powder?
Yes.
What?
It's gonna turn to like snow things.
No thing.
Once the internet decided a child was being controlled, no amount of press statements could undo the suspicion. Ryan's smile, once the channel's greatest weapon, now looked to many like a mask.
Let's play a guessing game. Which one has Goat Thomas inside?
And if the mask was cracking, what would happen as Ryan grew older, too old to play the part of a cheerful, toy-loving kid? Every child star faces the same enemy, time. And for Ryan, the clock hit harder than anyone expected. By the time he entered his teens, his brand was still frozen in a preschool world. Bright plastic toys, kiddie skits, and pretend play aimed at toddlers. But Ryan was no longer a wide-eyed 6-year-old opening surprise eggs. He was a teenager with dark circles under his eyes, visibly taller, visibly older, and that contrast made everything feel wrong. Viewers began calling it out. He looks too old for this. This feels fake. It's just manufactured now.
Today we're gonna play Minecraft Bedrock Edition on the Nintendo Switch system.
Some described the content as grossly commercial and babyish, pointing out that Ryan seemed trapped in a role that no longer fit him. He wasn't acting like a kid anymore. He was acting like someone pretending to be a kid because that's what the brand demanded. The illusion had shattered.
No castle will be complete without a flag. We gotta show that we're the best with our flag.
What once looked like innocent fun now felt more like an uncomfortable performance. The authenticity that made Ryan's World magical in its early days was gone, replaced with something stale and hollow. And with each new upload, fans could see it. The spark was missing, and Ryan's World no longer felt like his own.
Hey guys, I'm trying to use my Minecraft sword here, but it's not very powerful. Look.
But instead of slowing down, the family doubled down, pushing Ryan into bigger stages. Television, streaming, even Hollywood. And what happened next would expose just how fragile the empire had become. For years, Ryan's World tried to prove it was more than a YouTube channel. Nickelodeon gave him his own show, Ryan's Mystery Playdate.
Good job.
Toy aisles carried his face, and in 2024, the family took the ultimate leap, a full-length movie. But the bigger the gamble, the harder the fall.
I'm going in. What's happening?
By 2023, Nickelodeon quietly ended Ryan's series. Paramount Plus even pulled episodes from its library in a mass purge, leaving fans to wonder if the show's run had lost steam, or if the brand had simply run out of magic.
This one next It's not obvious.
Then came the movie, Ryan's World Titan Universe Adventure. Backed by a reported $10 million budget, it opened nationwide. But the numbers were brutal. In its first weeks, it grossed barely over $500,000, an unthinkable result for a star once hailed as the face of kids' entertainment. Reviews called it underwhelming, lifeless, and worst of all, a feature-length commercial.
That's him, Ryan of Ryan's World.
We did it! Ta-da!
The film was meant to cement Ryan as a global superstar. Instead, it exposed the limits of his brand. Outside the carefully engineered YouTube bubble, the audience just wasn't there. What should have been Ryan's crowning achievement became his most public failure, a neon sign flashing that the empire was cracking. And for the first time, the world began asking a terrifying question. Had Ryan's world already peaked? And was everything now just a slow collapse?
Yeah. Whoa! This is the rock, paper, scissors machine.
By this point, it wasn't just viewers questioning Ryan's world. Lawmakers were watching too. In 2023, Illinois passed the first law in America designed specifically to protect children in monetized online content. It required families to set aside a percentage of earnings for the kids who appear on camera, and gave those kids the right to sue once they turned 18 if their money was mishandled. It went into effect in 2024, and suddenly the Kaji family's empire was no longer just a curiosity. It was a case study. Because Ryan wasn't just some kid playing with toys.
Clicking sound.
Yeah!
Locked in. Wow, good job.
I see a head.
He was the face of billion-dollar licensing deals, streaming shows, and now a failed feature film. And if lawmakers were rewriting the rules, Ryan's World was the poster child for why.
Whoa. Hey, someone's stealing my characters!
Meanwhile, the internet's speculation turned darker. Commenters filled threads with chilling predictions. Ryan might sue his parents once he's legal. He might spiral like other child stars before him. Some even demanded CPS investigate, convinced Ryan was more worker than child. Whether those fears were justified or not, the perception itself was damning. Once the public begins to believe a child is being exploited, the empire doesn't just look greedy, it looks dangerous.
Hi guys, it's the last day of filming Ryan's Mystery Playdate.
And now, Ryan's World wasn't just battling fading views and failed projects. It was fighting against a growing belief that the entire system around Ryan needed to be torn down. But the most brutal part of this downfall wasn't the watchdogs, the algorithm, or the lawmakers. It was the court of public opinion and how quickly love can turn into resentment.
I think this is the future of gaming, and I'm ready.
Ooh, right, I got a great idea. How about we bring this to a family game night and do a Grand Prix mode?
At the end of the day, the most devastating blow didn't come from YouTube's algorithm, the FTC, or even new child labor laws. It came from the audience, the same fans who once made Ryan a global superstar. For years, people adored him. The cheerful little boy opening toys, the innocent laughter, the wide-eyed joy. But now those same viewers filled comment sections with accusations of greed, exploitation, and exhaustion. They pointed at his heavy eye bags, his forced smile, his silence in interviews, and declared the magic was gone.
Go, go! Oh, we're gonna catch up, we're gonna catch up! Oh, we accidentally hit something.
Some said bluntly, let bro retire. Others warned his future would mirror the tragic spirals of other child stars. Burned out before adulthood, controlled by parents, and left with scars money could never fix. The phrase cash cow appeared again and again, not just for Ryan, but for his younger sisters, who fans feared were being groomed to take his place.
Like at the end, you get to see the whole thing and see what you've worked on the whole time. And like sometimes I can see like the drafts first, and then after I can see like the full thing. And it's really cool to see how it changes over time.
Even the channel's content became a target. Once a symbol of fun, it was now dismissed as cheap, manufactured, and fake. Videos less about joy and more about selling toys. What had begun as playtime now looked like a business deal, playing out in front of millions.
Let's check it out.
And when viewers turn against you, the empire crumbles from within. Because Ryan's World wasn't built on contracts or lawsuits. It was built on trust, on the illusion of innocence. And once that illusion shattered, no amount of merchandise or million-dollar deals could fix it.
I think when I was a kid, I had lots of fun doing the videos like with my sisters and with my parents.
The public had delivered its verdict. Ryan's world wasn't just falling, it was a tragedy unfolding in real time. Ryan's world began as a dream. A little boy, a toy, and a camera. Innocence that captured millions. But as the empire grew, the innocence faded. What once looked like joy turned into blurred advertising, parental control, and an empire too heavy for a child to carry. The algorithm that made him a star turned its back. The television shows vanished. The movie flopped.
Here goes nothing.
Ooh, can I see?
Watch out!
And the world that once adored him now questions if they were really watching a childhood, or the slow erosion of one. The saddest part? Ryan never asked for any of this. He was a child placed in front of a camera, his playtime transformed into profits, his smile commodified until it cracked. And now, with laws changing and fans pleading for him to retire, Ryan's world no longer feels like a playground. It feels like a cautionary tale. What happens next is uncertain. Maybe he'll reclaim his life at 18, cash in his trust funds, and walk away. Or maybe, like so many child stars before him, the scars of fame will linger far longer than the fortune.
Right, guys, I guess I'm up first. What should I choose? I don't know.
Either way, one truth is impossible to ignore. Ryan's world was never really Ryan's. And its downfall isn't just about one boy. It's a warning to us all about what happens when childhood becomes a business.